I know I haven't done a episode of what really grinds my gears in a while, about 2 or 3 weeks, around that time. It's because I've been busy I've been like doing HSV testing here in Nevada. So yeah, pretty much that's part of why. But this episode, what really grinds my gears, it's I want to discuss with you guys about racism. Now we're all human, we're all people, but the thing is, the difference is we're all different, and there's a lot of things that we're different of, mainly these two differences that I'm about to discuss that has to do with this video. One, where what country you live. Two, what color you are. And little you may know, everybody thinks that black people are the first people to be slaves. Well, that's actually not true. Back in the medieval times, around those times, white people were indeed slaves. They were made slaves by the dictators known as the kings and the queens. And this thing happened like way before black people were existed, or should we say never known about. And black people were known about in about the 1800s, 17 or 1800s. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there was some lot bad stuff. They had black people pick cotton, and they get whipped, and they wear these like gray sweatpants and nothing else but that, and they be mistreated because white people think they're like some like aliens. We thought they were aliens to them, and I thought that was quite fucked up. But thanks to Martin Luther King in the 1960s, he made a motivational, inspirational speech how that we should all form together. We should be friends instead of bitter enemies. And I think he was right. He has a good point of that. But I got to be honest with you, it's been nowadays we are still suffering that crap. We're still suffering that shit. Where like black people and white people and every other race are hating each other, including when playing a shitty multiplayer, good story mode type of series of game called Call of Duty. Now, I'm not going to get into that, actually. I'm not really going to get into that. I'm not making an episode of that because it's fucking shit. If you don't like it, how I'm taking shitting on the series, then, it was only good until after Modern Warfare 3 or after Black Ops. So yeah, around between Call of Duty 1 and Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3, those were the good Call of Duties. So now Call of Duties are just nah. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about black people and white people. It's not just them. It's just every other race in here. We had Spanish people in the fucking mid 1500s, I think, 1600s, around that time. They were known as Spaniards. Yeah. And I just think there's a lot. Here's the thing. There was a group in about the 1930s or 40s known as they look like when the way they were dressed, they looked like a bunch of ghosts from Pac-Man, and they were known as the KKK, aka the Ku Klux Klan, that hated every other race, especially black people. And those kind of race would hang black people from trees and shit with a noose, and that's just fucked up. And by the way, we still have those kind of people, but they're not allowed to. They don't allow to wear that kind of shit. They have like a fucking, what do you call it? It's like a KKK flag. I think it's like, I don't know. I forgot what the sign was. I'm pretty sure it's not the Texas sign. I'm pretty sure it's not that, but it's something. And we've been dealing with this kind of thing for many years, and I think it's pretty sad that we're still living in this day and age of racism, freedom, prejudice, and the most people that are racist is definitely white people. As you may know, I felt in that kind of situation as well, when I was racist as well. Back in 7th grade, I did not. That was the time I didn't know anything about racism. I didn't know what the word meaning. I didn't know the meaning of the word racism, and I made a racial joke against a Mexican kid, and I regret that I didn't know about it 7th grade or 6th grade, but I regret it now. And if people would say, like, let's say, people would be like, oh, I should kick your ass for saying that kind of shit. Well, let me do that. If I were to go back in time, I would do that. But anyway, and I did that to black person when I said, like, Obama looked like a monkey in a suit, and people jaw was dropped, and it was just, I didn't know racism about that. I didn't think about the word racism. It's basically my fault for doing that kind of shit. So we still have racism to this day. People are calling black people, like, here's the thing, we have racial words, right? Black people have the N-word, which are different, like the ER and A, just like every other race. But white people are called crackers or crackers. I don't really get why we're called that. I don't have no idea. Crackers are supposed to be food. I understand the N-word, black people, the N-word. I understand that being a racial term, but why beaner or cracker? I mean, beaners are like people who eat beans. I mean, I remember, like, in 6th, 7th grade in music class, I was singing a song from Cheech and Chong Next Movie about when Chong, he was singing a song about beaners who like to eat beans. Yum yum. Like, you have a bowl of beans, you like to eat beans, and you're a beaner. Not Mexicans, but people who like to eat beans. And this kid thought it was racist, and I'm like, what? So yeah, I didn't really know much of what racism meant. But off the topic, let's get off the topic with me. This isn't about me. This is about, every other race hating on each other. What are my thoughts? What do I think should be the thing? I think that we should not be racist against each other. We shouldn't be, like, hateful to each other. That's the big issue in America. It don't matter. America, fucking anywhere, actually. We shouldn't hate on each other just because of our color, or our race, or our where we live in the country. We should hate, hate is a strong word. We should dislike each other because of his personality. If you don't like that guy because of his personality, that's fine. That's good. That's fine. You hate him because you dislike him because he has a bad personality, like he's an asshole. But if you're gonna hate him because he's because he's black, or because he's Mexican, because he's this and that, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you're just fucked up, in my opinion. If you're white, it don't matter who the fuck you are. It do not matter who you are in general. You could be white, you could be black, you could be Mexican. It don't really fucking matter to me, People just who they are, Especially the Southern America, they're KKK, and they don't like black people at all, So yeah, that's all that I think of is, I think it's all bullshit that we have to live in this generation where we all hate each other. This all started in the 17 or 1600s, and it hasn't even stopped yet. But thanks to Martin Luther King Jr., for giving out that speech. If it wasn't for him, I would have been I would have been like, I would play a game and I wouldn't even play any other race besides white. And I would be like, fuck you, nigger, you're such a nigger. I would be like that, but I'm not. But the thing is, the most important thing is, we're all different. You know, two people, you know, we could all be the same sometimes, but mainly, we're all different. We're all different human beings. So yeah, I hope you had, that's all I gotta say about racism and what do I think about this whole shit about hating each other. Here's the thing, especially with cops. You know, cops. There's a difference. I know there's like black people are the only black people are the other most people that get arrested for, like, you know, robberies or theft or, you know, whatever. I'm not just saying that I'm not just saying that it's because they're black. It's true. I'm saying it's true, you know. All I'm saying. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this whole racial scenario. You know, that's my opinion. This is all my thoughts. If you agree that racism should not be allowed, racism is like should be stopped, then that's great for you. If you think if you don't agree with me, then you're just one of those racist motherfuckers who should be hanged in the noose. Not physically, not literally, but figuratively. But anyway, thank you all for watching this episode. I know I haven't done any the kind of these episodes, but thank you all for watching. You know, as always, like and subscribe. Share this video if you want. Until next time, peace.